everyone, it's Cleophia again and welcome to Crafting Shed. I needed some pot holders for our hot dishes, so I made these, and that's what I'm going to show you for today's tutorial. This pot holder is made up of two squares, so there are two layers. The first square has this circle design at the center, and the second square is just a simple granny square, my variation of a granny square. I sew these two layers together at the sides right here, so this is thick and can handle hot dishes. Now, let's get started. For the materials, I use one skein of the sugar and cream cotton yarn. This is size 4 medium weight yarn, and this is in hot blue color. For the crochet hook, I use size H 5mm crochet hook. I also needed a pair of scissors, blunt needle, markers, and tape measure. Let's begin with square 1. This is my version of a granny square. I made a variation to fit the other the second square. So let's start with round 1, chain 3. So make a knot, start with a knot and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And 2 double crochets in the first stitch right here, or first chain. So 1, 2. Then chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same chain, in the first chain. 1, 2, and 3. Then do this 2 more times. Chain 2, 3 double crochets in the same chain, the first same chain. 1, 2, and 3. Then one more time, chain 2 and 3 double crochets again in the same chain, or the first same chain, first chain. So 3. Then see where the chain 2 spaces will be our corners. Then for the last corner, chain 1, then join with a half double crochet on top of the beginning chain 3 right here. So yarn over, insert in the on top of the beginning chain 3, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops to do the half double crochet. And this is how we join the first round, and this is what round 1 looks like. So pull the tail to tighten the ring. Round 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space right here, the beginning chain 2 space. So 1 and 2. Chain 1. And then we're going to do our corner stitch in the chain 2 space right here. So 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3 double crochets in the chain 2 space, chain 2 and 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space to do the corner stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. So we just did our first corner right here. Then chain 1, and in the next chain 2 space, do the corner stitches again, which is 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, and another 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space to do the corner stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And we just did our second corner. Then chain 1, and in the next chain 2 space, do the third corner. So 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 2, another 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. 1, 2, and 3. chain 1, and 3 double crochets in the last corner or the last chain 2 space. 1. So this will be our last corner. And then chain 1 to join the round, chain 1 and half double crochet on top of the beginning chain 3 again. So yarn over, insert on top of the beginning chain 3 right here, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to do the half double crochet like this. So this is how to join round 2, and this is what round 2 looks like. Round 3, from here, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space right here. So 1 and 2, chain 1, and in the next chain 1 space right here, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1, and then in the next chain 2 space for the first corner, we're going to do our corner stitches, which is 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and another 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. So 2 and 3. So that we just did our first corner. Then chain 1, 3 double crochets again the next chain 1 space, 2, 3, chain 1, and in the next chain 2 space, our corner stitches. So 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets again in the same chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3. This is what it looks like so far. Chain 1, 3 double crochets again in the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and our third corner in the next chain 2 space, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and 3 double crochets in the same chain 2 space, 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 1 space, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochets in the next chain 2 space. This will be our last corner. So 2 and 3. Then to end this round, chain 1 and half double crochet on top of the beginning chain 3. So yarn over, insert in top of the beginning chain 3 right here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops to do our half double crochet. So this is how to join round 3, and this is what round 3 looks like. Rounds 4 and 5, repeat round 3. So the same pattern as round 3, start with chain 3 here at the corner and 2 double crochets in this corner. And then in each chain 1 space, 3 double crochets right here and 3 double crochets right here. And then the same corner stitches starting here. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with round 5. And this is now what the piece looks like after round 5. Round 6. So round 6 has the same pattern as rounds 3, 4, and 5. But this time we're going to do half double crochets. So this is the variation I'm talking about at the beginning of the video. So I use half double crochet to get the same measurement as the second square. So let's start with chain 2. 2 half double crochets in the same chain 2 space. So this is half double crochet. Chain 1 and 3 half double crochets in the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, and repeat chain 1 and another 3 half double crochets in the next chain 1 space. So we're going to do this in each of the chain 1 space. So chain 1 and then 3 half double crochets again in the next chain 1 space. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 1 and 3 half double crochets in this next chain 1 space. The last chain 1 space for this side. Then chain 1 and then we're going to do the corner stitch, which is 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and another 3 half double crochets in the same chain 3 space. So 1, 2, and 3. And we just did our first corner. Then repeat the pattern, chain 1, 3 half double crochets in the next chain 1 space. So repeat this in this pattern around. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the round. I'm here now towards the end of the round. I just did the 3 half double crochets, chain 1 from here, then 3 half double crochets in the last chain 3 space to do our last corner. So this is 2 and 3. Then to end this round, chain 1 and half double crochet on top of the beginning chain 2 right here. So yarn over, insert in this stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to join round 6. So this is how to join round 6 and this is what round 6 looks like. And we're done with round 6, so fasten off, then cut and clean up the tails, weave the ends and clean up the tails and set this aside. Next, we're going to do our second square. Round 1 for the second square. Let's start with a knot and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then on the first chain right here, we're going to do 23 double crochets on this first chain right here. So 1, 2, and then keep going until we get to 23 double crochets. I'm going to cut off the video and I'll be back when I have 23 double crochets on the first chain. And this is now what the piece looks like after 23 double crochets. So including the first chain 3, we should have 24 double crochets on the ring. Then to end this round, slip stitch on the third chain of the beginning chain 3 right here. Slip stitch to join the round, right like this. Then pull the tail to tighten. So this is how to do round 1 and this is what round 1 looks like. Round 2, chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch right here. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 stitches. 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Back to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Then chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Then back to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Then back to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and single crochet in the next stitch. Then to end this round, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, and join with a slip stitch in the first single crochet right here. So slip stitch to join round 2. So this is how to join round 2, and this is what round 2 looks like. Round 3, slip stitch to chain 5 space like this. And then on the chain 5 space, we're going to chain 3, 2 double crochets in the same space. So 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 3 double crochets in the same chain 5 space. 1, 2, and 3. So we just did our first corner right here. Then 3 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. And we just did our first side. Then we're going to do our second corner. 3 double crochets in the next chain 5 space. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 3, 2, 3, another 3 double crochets in the same chain 5 space to do our second corner. And 3. Then 3 double crochets in the next chain 3 space to do the side. And 3. Then third corner, 3 double crochets in the next chain 5 space right here. So 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, another 3 double crochets in the same chain 5 space. And we just did our third corner. Then 3 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, and 3. Then do our last corner. 3 double crochets in the last chain 5 space. 1, 2, and 3. Then chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then another 3 double crochets in the same chain 5 space. Then 3 double crochets in the next chain 3 space for our last side. 2 and 3. Then join with a slip stitch in top of the beginning chain 3 right here. So like this. So slip stitch to join. So this is how to end round 3, and this is what round 3 looks like. Round 4, we will start it with chain 2 instead of chain 3. Then double crochet in the next 2 stitches, starting in the next stitch right here. So double crochet, 1 and 2 in the next. Then do our first corner. So 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space. To continue the side, double crochet in the next 9 stitches starting here. So 1, 2, so there should be 9 stitches here, 3, all the way to the other side, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Then do our next corner, which is 2 double crochets, chain 3, and 2 double crochets. So 1, 2, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, another 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space. 1 and 2. And this is what the first side looks like. So for this side, there should be 13 double crochets. So let me count: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 13. So 13 double crochets in each side. So continue with double crochet in the next 9 stitches again, starting here. So continue this pattern around. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the round. I'm here now about to do the last side. So from here, double crochet in the next 6 stitches, starting here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So on this side, there should be 13 double crochets also to be consistent. So let me count. 2, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So including the chain 2, 10, 12, and 13. Then join with a slip stitch in the first double crochet right here. So this is how to join round 4, and this is what round 4 looks like. Round 5 is the same pattern as round 4, but the number of double crochets on the sides will increase. So let's start with chain 2, 1, 2. Double crochet in the next 4 stitches, starting in the first stitch right here. So the same stitch as chain 2, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So including the chain 2, we'll begin with 5 double crochets right here. Then do the first corner, which is 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. So 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, another 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space, 1 and 2. Then double crochet in the next 13 stitches, starting here. So I'll fast forward the video to save time, but I'm still gonna show you the number of stitches on each, or number of double crochets on each side. So this is 13 double crochets up to the last stitch right here. Then do our next corner stitches. So 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space. 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Another 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space. 1 and 2. So this is what the side looks like right here. So there should be 17 double crochets in each side. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 17. Then continue the pattern, double crochet in the next 13 stitches, starting here. So I'll be cutting up the video and I'll be back to show you the last side. I'm here now about to do the last side. So from here, after the last corner, double crochet in the next 8 stitches, starting here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So on this side, there should be 17 double crochets also to be consistent with the other side. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and 17. Then join with a slip stitch in the first double crochet stitch right here. So this is how to end round 5, and this is what round 5 looks like. Round 6, chain 2, 1, 2, double crochet in the next 6 stitches, starting here in the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we start with 7 double crochets, including the first chain 2. Then do the corner stitch, 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space, chain 3 and 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space. And we just did our first corner. Then double crochet in the next 17 stitches. Starting here, 1, 2. I'm gonna fast forward the video to save time, but I'm still gonna show you how many double crochets in each side. So double crochet up to the last stitch right here, right here. Then do the corner stitch, 2 double crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1, 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, another 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space, 1 and 2. And this is what the side looks like. So for the sides, there should be 21 double crochets. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 21. Then continue on the next side, double crochet in the next 17 stitches starting here. So continue this pattern around. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back to show you the last side. I'm here now about to do the last side. So from here, I just did a corner, double crochet in the next 10 stitches starting here. This is the first stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then to be consistent, there should be 21 double crochets here on the side too. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 21. Then join with a slip stitch in the first double crochet right here. And then we're done with our first square. And this is what it looks like. We're not cutting off the yarn at the last stitch and we'll proceed with the assembly of the 2 squares. Get our 2 squares and put it next to each other like this. So they are about the same size. So for square 1, here at the right side, so lay it with wrong side facing up. So this is wrong side. So I cleaned up the tail at the center at the last stitch. And then for square 2, I also clean up the tail here at the center and leave the last stitch right here. Don't cut it out. Then lay it right side facing up and put it on top of square 1 like this. So when we flip it on the other side, right side will be facing out. Next, I'm going to join the 2 squares by stitching the edges together around the square. And I'll just continue from the last stitch right here. So I'm going to undo the last stitch like this. Then slip stitch again, but this time picking up a stitch from the other square so that I can start to join them together like this. So yarn over and stitching the 2 sides together like this. And then start with chain 1. Then single crochet in the next stitch on both squares. So here, next stitch, single crochet, and then on the bottom side also, bottom stitch. Then single crochet. Then the same single crochet again in the next stitch on both squares or both sides, stitching them together like this. Then just continue with single crochet up until we reach the corner. And if the number of stitches in the top and bottom bottom squares does not match, then just skip a stitch. So right here, I'm going to continue with single crochet on both sides, both squares, like this. And then the top square has an extra stitch. So there's an extra stitch on the top square, so I'm gonna skip that stitch, go to the next stitch, and then pick up the stitch at the bottom and single crochet. And now they're even. So at the corner, they're even now. So at the corner stitch, we're going to do 5 single crochets on the corner. So this is 2, 3, 4, and 5 single crochets in the chain 3 space for the corner. And this is what it looks like, both top and at the bottom. So continue this pattern around, and if you have an extra stitch, just skip it so that you'll have an even number of stitches on both on top and at the bottom, and 5 single crochets in each corner. So I'm gonna continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back to show you how to end this round. I'm here now towards the end of the round, so just continue with the pattern, single crochet in each stitch in both squares here at the top and then the bottom. So get that stitch right there and single crochet. So another stitch on both sides, and then last one, and then one last one right here, and get that bottom stitch also. And then to join the round, just slip stitch in the first single crochet right here and then fasten off. And this is what it looks like. So fasten off, clean up the tails, weave the ends and clean up the tails, and we're done. And this is now what the piece looks like, all cleaned up and all done. So this pot holder is reversible, so when you flip it, it's another design which you can also use depending on the design that you prefer. For the measurements, this is a square, so all sides measure about 7¼ inches. So this side and this side also. So 7¼ inches. To ensure safe handling of a hot pot, you can double this up by placing it like this on top of each other, 2 pot holders, then place your hot pot or hot kettle. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video and please subscribe.